What does?
For
You're right, it does. What's up, guys? Welcome back to, well, not welcome back. Welcome to the channel. This is NC Fishing and More, out at a pond with Jeremiah tying on a hook.
Oh.
So I've already got one fish. I forgot the camera. My bad. So we're gonna keep fishing, and I'm gonna throw you guys on the chest mount. Yes, I did.
No, I know you did. He caught a fish.
So I'll see you guys at the next spot. Okay, so I've switched baits to like this crawl or like a lizard almost type of deal, because that's what Thomas was catching them on. So tied this on with a 4-aught EWG. Thomas is over there laughing. Let's mess around with this for a little bit. So throw it out there, let it sink for a second. Yeah, no, you could get away with that. This is what I'm using now. I'm throwing this lipless crankbait. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know, but this is what I'm throwing now on the 2020 Lew's Mock Smash with 15-pound fluorocarbon. And I'm just throwing this out in the middle.
You almost missed that. Huge backlash, excuse me.
So I'm just letting it sink for a little bit, and then I'll pop it up a few times, let it sink, reel, let it sink, pop it up, let it sink, reel. Kind of just doing that.
What?
So yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Catch you guys if I catch another fish. This is the biggest fish I've ever caught. Jeremiah, move your line!
Yeah.
Dude, that's huge. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Spot stealing 101.
That's a 5.
It's not 5.
It's gotta be.
It's not 5. Probably 3 or 4.
Let's go! Let's go!
Stop screaming, you're scaring the fish away. You got a scale? Yeah.
Somebody go grab a scale, Jeremiah. Run and grab a scale, please.
Gotta go get it.
That's
Yeah,
not,
really.
we never said that wasn't a rule.
We did too.
Sorry, Jeremiah.
What do you mean you called Josh about it? We have to vote on it.
We do need to take a vote.
So technically it's still a rule.
What?
So that fish does not count.
Yes, it does.
It's definitely not 5, but it's a big,
That's a fat fish, dude.
giant, big fish.
You're jumping in the creek.
No, I'm not. It's not 7 pounds.
Flip, dude. That's huge.
Let me see him. That's definitely not the 5.
It's a big fish, though.
It's over there in my bag. Oh, it's actually with me.
No, buddy.
He's probably.
Do you have a scale, Jeremiah?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give him a quick sip.
You're not going to weigh it, Nathaniel?
Yeah, I'm having to give him some water.
Cast right there? Yeah, okay. Probably 3 or 4. Hold on. We'll see this. Where's the scale?
Okay, listen, I'm sorry, Jeremiah.
I see it.
Really not right.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big fish.
This is the biggest fish I've ever caught. This is my PB.
No. But he was over here fishing it and that was what they were going to catch it.
stood 2 inches away from me.
Drunk.
I mean, I'd be a little salty about that.
I would too. Oh my gosh, dude. Throw me your scale.
Might be the 5, dude. It's big.
It's not the 5.
Could be.
That's a big fish,
It's not
Jeremiah.
the 5.
I'm buying it.
Daniel, show Josh.
That's a big fish, dude.
It's 3. I'm guessing 3.5.
Crankbait.
I'm guessing 3.5.
Hold that.
I'm guessing 4.
Hold on, let me start it at 0.
No, you gotta hold the fish up if you're gonna start at 0.
I can't turn
It was
that
already
joint.
on 0, Daniel.
Oh, then it was 5.
Hold on, it's saying 5. Hold up.
How do you get it to 0?
You turn that knob. Turn that
To
knob
where?
to 50. Right on the 50. Okay?
Let him drop.
It's right at 4.
4 point,
4 pounds.
and like 13 ounces
Yeah.
probably.
It's like
Right at
425.
414.
We'll say no, I'm saying 425.
Can't call it
Dude.
4.
There's only 16 ounces in a pound.
Right over here we caught yours.
Sweet. Jeremiah, nobody, you don't have your phone on you? Jeremiah, do you have your phone on you?
I do.
Come here, take a picture.
Taking a picture of the spot.
Jeremiah, come on.
I'll take it, Daniel.
No, I was joking. Dude, I think 15 cents. Hold him
Don't
bottom
use 2
ways.
hands.
Hold him bottom ways now.
What do you mean?
Like, regular.
Don't hold it out.
Hold it back to your chest. He's big. Pull it back more.
Are you recording?
Yeah. No, until I called it. Okay, I'm gonna have to let this guy go.
Oh, hold up.
Thomas. Oh my gosh, Jeremiah's coming right for your lure.
I will get your lure if you would wait.
Oh my gosh.
Well, did point him out.
Oh my gosh, guys. I literally just caught the biggest fish
Hand spots
ever. Okay, so I thought that was a fish. So I accidentally came right, well, I didn't accidentally. I came right beside Jeremiah, okay? And I was fishing because I actually kind of did steal a spot. I came and stood right here beside him.
It's not a lure.
And
dude.
right at the top of that brush, I saw a big black mark. I was actually kind of joking around when Jeremiah said, "Jeremiah, look at that big fish." I actually kind of thought it was a log. And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, it is!" And it started swimming, so it came right beside my crankbait. And I thought it passed it, but no, he turned on and smoked that thing.
Alright, you want your lure?
I'm like shaking right now. That is crazy. That is the biggest fish I've ever caught.
Jeremiah, do you want it back?
It was like 414. Oh my gosh, that's the biggest fish I've ever caught. Oh my gosh, dude. I cannot believe I actually just did that. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. 414. So close to 5. Not quite though. But it was also on a scale that's not like 100% accurate, so I almost want to call it 5, but then I just sound like an idiot. Then I just sound weird.
Anything is less than 4.
Nah, it's not less than 4, dude. That's a big fish. Let's get back to fishing, though. Okay, so see that stick right there? Well, in the water, you probably can't see it, but there's dark brown logs, and at the right now the sun's on it, so you can't see. But there was a long black thing right there, and I was like, Jeremiah, that's a fish. And then you know the rest of the story, but
It was a fish.
it was a fish, yeah. 5-pounder. And this is the scale we used. It's literally a $5 Walmart scale. So that's why we're going to call it 5, is because I'm not sure if Jeremiah zeroed it out exactly to the 50. But it was right on, it's like right there. So it was crazy close. So yeah, and then Jeremiah,
What time is it?
I don't know. Yeah, that's why we're going to call it,
442?
I'm going to call it a 5 even.
What time?
442.
So yeah.
4:32?
442.
Well, let's just keep fishing. I almost did that, but you know, that's kind of cheesy, right? Like, so I broke off my lipless. So I'm going to tie on the swim jig. First, I should probably take off that extra line. I'm still astonished I caught a 5-pound bass. For all you haters out there that say it ain't 5, well, you know what? If that scale was a digital scale, it would have been 5. So, and you got no way to prove it wasn't 5. It's closer to 5 than 4.5. So, it was 5, give or take an ounce, honestly. So, we're just gonna call it 5. I use a polymer knot. So, if you're not sure how to do that, just look it up, because it's pretty simple, actually. Pretty simple if you can flip and do it. I can't hardly get it. Okay, there we go. If you're wondering what kind of jig this is, I have no idea. And I have no idea what kind of trailer this is. All I know is this is a swim jig with a crawl. So we're gonna clip off that extra line, if I can grab my jig at least. It's clear! And we are going to pull that all the way tight. Put my pliers back in my plier holder. And let's get back to fishing, boys. Okay guys, so I'm standing here with Jeremiah. Last clip you probably saw was me catching, we're gonna call it 5 even because the scale was not a good scale. So what happened was I was over there fishing. Can't really see it because of that tree, but I was in that corner. Jeremiah was fishing over there. So I went over there and I stood beside him. He's like, dude, come on now.
What's going on in that boat?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there.
Thomas, what are you doing?
Anyway, so I see this log on the top of a brush pile. And I was like, dude, look at that big fish. I thought it was a log at first. Jerome was like, oh my gosh, but by that time I already looked up and I was keep fishing. And he's like, dude, it is actually a bass. And I looked down, so I threw my crankbait at it, and I thought I pulled it right past the bass and into the grass, but no, he actually bit it, and it went flump, and just choked, not really choked it, but ka-flumpeted. And then I really felt bad for Jeremiah. Jeremiah was kind of salty at the time because I kind of stole his spot, but he's not salty anymore.
I was a little bit, but you can hear me a little bit.
Yeah, he was a little mad. It was just a little mad.
Yeah. But I'm fine now because
yeah, I really and then I let him use my rod and bait, and because I felt so bad, and then he caught a 2.2 pounder.
No, it's just you let me use the crankbait that you caught.
That is the crankbait that's been doing good this entire season, though. You can ask anybody. That is like the OG crankbait of this season. So much for watching. Make sure you hit that bell, subscribe, and hit the like button, because you're going to see more content just like this every once in a while whenever I decide to put out a video.
Unless you don't catch any fish.
Unless I don't catch any fish.
Which is possible.
Which is very rare. No, I'm just kidding. What? No. So I'm going to go pack up, and it's time for us to leave. Thank you guys for watching.